So I just asked ChatGPT to write a complete marketing campaign for a fictional product. Took 47 seconds. The output? Honestly, pretty damn good. Target audience analytics, email sequence, ad copy, even A/B testing variation. 5 years ago, this would have been a $5,000 project and 2 weeks worth of work. And here's the thing that keeps me up at night. I am a marketer. This is literally what I do for a living. And I am watching AI get better at my job every single month. But here's what I discovered after spending the last years testing every AI marketing tool I could get my hands on. And I mean really testing them, not just playing around. There are exactly 5 skills that AI keeps failing at, and widely enough. Those are same skills that most marketers are necessitating right now. I am Bisho and I run Maxi Marketing, and today I am going to show you the only marketing skills that actually matter in 2026. Not theory, not guesses, real data, what's working right now in the field. And stick around because skill number 3, that's one of that literally saved my business last year when I thought I was going to have to shift everything down. Quick context on why you should even listen to me. I am not some 20 years guru with decades of experience. I am 22, started in marketing December 3rd, 2021. I remember the exact date because I was studying my exam but got distracted by a YouTube video called Earn Money with Mobile. Failed at surveys, failed at basic CPA marketing, even launched an entire project called Walnut CPA that completely flopped. Expensive education, but education nonetheless. But here's what those failures taught me. I learned to pay attention to what actually works, whereas what people say works in 2026. What is changing everything every few months, that skill is more valuable than ever. So let me show you what I am seeing in the teenage right now. Before we jump into the 5 skills, let me show you something that will make this all make sense. Last month I ran experiment. I had ChatGPT create 10 Facebook ad campaigns completely AI generated. Copy, targeting, suggestion, creative briefs, everything. Then I ran them. The result? 6 months of promoted, fine. Not great, not terrible, just fine. Average CTR, average conversion rate, average everything. But here's what interesting. The 4 that failed, they failed spectacularly. We are talking to 0.3% CTR, 0 conversion, money burned, and the patterns of what worked versus what don't. That's exactly what those 5 skills are about. Skill number 1, strategic thinking that connects invisible dots. Here what's AI irreplaceable at. Pattern recognition from existing data. Here's what it completely sucks at. Seeing opportunities that don't exist in the data yet. Let me give you the real example from my own businesses. Last year, I was trying to grow my Bangla content brand, Bisho BD. All the data said I should double down on YouTube Shorts because that's what was getting views. AI tools were telling me to make more shorts. Everyone was making shorts, but I noticed something weird. My long-form videos had 10x lower views, but the people who watched them were actually buying my consulting service. The short gate eyeballs, the long-form gate customer. Not AI tool will have been told me that because obvious metric view count. Pointed the wrong decision, but connecting those invisible dots between view count and actual revenue, that's pure human strategic thinking. Here's how you can develop that skill in 2026. First, stop optimizing for vanity metrics. I literally deleted my views counter from any analytics dashboard for a month. Forced myself to look at revenue, engagement time, and customer acquisition cost instead. Second, cross-reference data that is not made to go together. I started tracking which YouTube videos lead to which product sales, even though YouTube analytics does not necessarily show you that. How to manually tag URLs and track every in a spreadsheet. Pain in the ass, but this is where I found that patterns AI missed. Third, ask what's the second order effect. When AI suggests a strategy, does not just ask your work. Ask what happens after it works. I gotta get 100,000 views from a shorts. Then what? Will those views stick around? Why stick around? Why they buying anything? AI does not think in a sequence like that. The marketers survive AI are the ones who can see the game 3 moves ahead. AI can tell you the optimal moves right now. It can tell you if that move sets up a smack or breaks into the corner. Now, quick question before we hit skill number 2. How many of you have used AI to write marketing copy? Be honest, it's okay. I am not judging. I literally did it either today. But here's the problem. I keep running intro And this leads directly into skill number 2. Every time I used a generated copy, it sounded fine, professional, clean, completely forgettable. And that's exactly the problem. Skill number 2, authentic voice that actually sounds human. Here's the test. Go read any AI generated content. Now go to read a text message from your best friends. Notice the difference? AI writes like it's trying to get a B+ on an easy. Human writes like they are trying to make you feel something. In 2026, everyone has across the same AI tools, ChatGPT, Claude, Jasper, Copy AI, whatever. That means everyone content is studying sound the same, professional, optimized, and soulless. The marketers winning right now, they sound like actual humans. Let me show you here's what AI write when I ask it to introduce my businesses. Maxim Marketing is a cutting-edge digital marketing agency specialized in data-driven studies to help businesses scale their online presence and maximize ROI through initiative solution. Cool. Sounds like every other agency website. Here's what I actually say. I help people build online businesses without the BS. No magic formulas, just honest tested studies from someone who's failed enough times to know what actually works. See the difference? One sounds like a press release, the other sounds like a conversion. Here's how you develop these skills. First, write like you tell seriously. Record yourself explaining your product to a friend. Then transcribe it. That's your copy. It will be messy and impacted, and that's exactly why it works. Second, use specific details, not generic benefits. Don't say, I help your business grow. Say, I help businesses that are stuck at 10,000 a month to break through a 50K bucks buying, fixing the 3 bottlenecks that AI tools completely miss. Third, share the ugly parts. AI will never tell you your product, the failed product launch, or a client who fired you, or strategy that's lost money. But those stories, that's where people actually connect. I learned from my mechanic days. Actually, back in 2018 and 19, I spent years learning to fix motorcycle and rickshaws at a local shop in Dinajpur. And the best mechanic there, the guy everyone requested, was not necessarily the fastest on the cheapest. He was one of the who explained what was broken in the way people actually understood. He say, your carburetor is clogged like a straw full of mud. Instead of using technical terms, same principle in marketing, that brands that survive AI are the ones that sounds human in a say of algorithms. Skill number 3, ethical persuasion based on real understanding. Okay, this is the skill that literally saved my businesses. Let me tell you a short story. 2023, I launched WorldWinner CPA. I was convinced it was going to be huge. I hate AI helped me optimize everything, the landing page, the email sequence, and ad targeting. Everything was optimized. It failed. Completely tanked. Why? Because I built what AI told me people wanted because on data. I don't build what people actually needed based on understanding them as humans. Here's the difference. AI can tell you that make money online, gets 50,000 searches per month. What AI can tell you in the person searching that 2 a.m. and probably tired, frustrated, maybe scared about their financial situation. They don't need another course, they need help and a realistic path forward. That decision between demographic and data deep human understanding. That's what AI can't replicate. In 2026, everyone can run the same targeting, everyone can optimize the same conversion rates. The marketers who win in their own who understand the why behind the behavior. Here's how you develop this. First, tell to your actual customer, not service, not analytics, real conversion. I spend at latest 2 hours every week on Zoom calls with people who have bought from me, almost bought from me. Just asking questions and listening. Second, read the complaints and negative reviews in your niche, not your own competitors. That's where people tell you what they really want. AI can analyze frustration and fear the way humans can. Third, practice ethical persuasion. Here's my rule. Only sell something you would sell to your little brother. In the product we not genuinely help them, don't use persuasion techniques to force the sale. It does not have ethics, you do. The future of marketing is not about manipulating people more effectively. It's about understanding people more deeply and serving them more authentically. Alright, here's the halfway point and I'll give you 3 skills. Strategic thinking, authentic voice, and ethical persuasion. But here's where it gets interesting. The next 2 skills, those are almost marketers don't even realize they need until it's too late. And skill number 4 is probably the most controversial thing I am going to say in this video. Skill number 4, creative problem solving when systems break. Here's what nobody tells about with AI. It's incredibly powerful, but it's also incredibly fearful. AI needs clean data, clear parameters, and predictable patterns. Real marketing it's messy. System breaks, platform changes their algorithms overnight. Customer behave intellectually, and let me give you an example. December 2025, Google rolled out another algorithm update. Wiped out 40% of my organic traffic in 48 hours. AI tools were useless. They were trained on the old algorithm. All the SEO best practices stopped working. You know what saved me? My background as the kid who built electronics from broken parts and my first year as a mechanic. Because I learned the dynamics problem what the manual does not have the answer. I started testing weird stuff, posted on 23 AM instead of prime time, what articles have the recommended flag, and section that should not rank. Found patterns manually that not AI tools was seeing yet. Recovered the traffic in 3 weeks, but only because I could problem solve outside the algorithm. Here's the truth about AI. It's fundamental at optimization. It's terrible at innovation. When the playbook breaks, human wins. How to develop that skills fast. Practice building things with consistency. Try marketing a product with zero budget. Force you to get creative instead of just running ads. Second, study failures. Essentially, you own. I keep a lesson log. Every failed campaign, I write down what broke and why. Pattern recognition across the failure is where breakthrough ideas come from. Third, learn technical skills. My mechanic experience, my habit of thinking with electronics. There's stream unrelated to marketing, but they state to synthetic troubleshooting. Diverse experience make you better at creative problem solving. The marketers who survive AI are ones who can thrive when the system breaks down. Still number 5, relationship building that creatives actual trust list on, and that's probably the most important. AI can send email and it can respond in comments. It can even generate personalized messages at scale, but AI cannot build genuine relationships. And in a world where everyone has access to the same automation tools, relationships their only real competitive advantage. Here's what I mean right now. I have around 50 people I have built genuine relationship with in a marketing space. Not followers, not email sequence subscribers, real relationship where we actually help each other. Those 50 relationships have generated more businesses, more opportunities, and more learning than the 10,000 plus people on my email list. Why? Because AI can scale distribution, but it can scale trust. Think about it. Would you rather buy from someone who 100,000 automated followers on, or someone who your trusted friend personally recommended? The answer is obvious. Here's how you build that skills in 2026. First, go deep instead of wide. Stop trying to reach everyone. Find 10 people in your niche and real relationship with them. Comment on their post thoughtfully. Share their work. Help them without asking for anything. Second, show up constantly in the same space. I am not everyone. I am specific communities where my people actually hang out. Depth beats breadth. Third, be useful without the sales pitch. I give away probably 80% of what I know for free. Blog post, comment, DM, scroll. The 20% I charge for, that's impression and personalization. But the relationships are built on the 80% I fairly share. AI cannot replicate that. It cannot dedicate to hope on a call at midnight to help someone troubleshoot their businesses. It can remember that someone monitored their kid's birthday on the second genuine Congress message. The future of marketing is human again. Ironically, AI is making relationship more valuable, not less. Alright, let's wrap this up. The 5 marketing skills that actually matters in 2026. Strategic thinking connects invisible dots, automatic voice that sounds human, ethical persuasion based on real, understanding, creative problem solving when system break. Relationship building that creates actual trust. Notice what, not this list. Technical skills. AI can handle most of the technical execution. What it can handle is the thinking, feeling, connecting, and innovating like a human. Here's my challenge for you. Pick one of those 5 skills and spend the next 30 days deliberately practicing it, not learning about it, actually practicing it. And if you find this video helpful and valuable, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. I posted the real tested marketing strategies every week. Not BS, not hype, just what's actually working. Drop a comment and tell me which of those 5 skills do you think is hardest to develop. I read every single comment and I will respond to yours. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.